Hi, YouTubers and wet shavers everywhere. It's MargaretGeorgeTune.com. I'm back with another Monday Morning Mailbag. Get yourself a cup of coffee, kick back, relax. Let's talk a little wet shaving and a few other things. What do you got this morning? Hang on, let me get a sip here. We're celebrating Halloween a little early. So there, I got my Halloween mug. Happy Halloween. Halloween on one side and happy on the other side. Happy Halloween. Yeah, there you go. Okay, let me get a sip. Hang on. Oh yeah, that is terrific. We are using, again, from Black Rifle Coffee Company, Blackbeard's Delight. This is a dark roast. This is really good. Good, bold flavor. And the reason why we're using Blackbeard's Delight is because, well, hey, Halloween comes around. You're going to see some trick-or-treaters dressed up as pirates. You're going to see a pirate. You're going to see a pirate. You'll see an angel. You'll see a witch. You'll see, what else? Maybe the mummy. You'll see those inflatable dinosaurs. You know, those kinds of generic kind of costumes. They just never go out of style. So we're expecting a pirate or two. Superman. Superman's another big one. Superman and Spider-Man. Those always come around every year. Superman, Spider-Man, and Iron Man. But the generic kind of costumes are like a pirate, a witch, a wizard, an angel, a princess, those kinds of things, yeah. So that's pretty much what the kids wear generically every Halloween. Hang on, let me get one more sip. Oh, that is terrific. And again, check out my Halloween mug. Really nice and orange inside there, right? And it says Halloween on one side and happy on the other side. I bought this at the local Goodwill store. I think a couple of bucks. I got another one that says trick or treat, and this one says happy Halloween. So that's our Halloween mug. And let me wish you an early happy Halloween. Hope you have a great time this week, this Friday, passing out candy, that sort of thing. Hey, if you're taking me along on your morning commute, thanks very much for the lift. I really do appreciate that. If you happen to be listening to the podcast this morning, thanks very much for tuning into all those great streaming platforms like Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, I think Apple Podcasts, that sort of thing. Okay, hang on, one more sip. That is really, really good. And as we like to say at a show, a good hot coffee, a trusty mug. Let the caffeine go to work, gentlemen. Absolutely. Great to be with you this morning. Really looking forward to today's show. Again, we got some great topics. Let me go over to my topics right here. And there they are. Boom. I got a little bookmark right there in my notes, and it goes right down to there. Ooh, we got a great shaving tip this morning. This is a continuation of the shaving tip we've been talking about of fitting a soap puck into a mug or an apothecary mug or a bowl. So stay tuned for that. Another method that Roderick McLeod is sharing with us. We've got a Shave Den visit, a continuation from something that Abene Samant told us about last week. Hang on, let me get a sip. Okay, now I got it. Something that a continuation of something Abene Samant told us about last week. There you go. We also have a giveaway update this week. A reminder that we're pulling a winner in our giveaway. The David Lair sponsored giveaway tomorrow. So want to remind you of that early on. Also some great refill comments, some new wet shave gear, and some great questions and comments. So there you go. Stumbling a little bit this morning, but I'm very, very excited to be with you this morning. Wishing you again a very, very happy Halloween. Hope you have a great Halloween this week. And don't let the little goblins and ghosts and that sort of thing scare you off too much, and share a lot of good candy with them, that sort of thing. Hang on, one more sip. This is good. I'm going to have to show you the other mug as well, the trick or treat mug. Well, hey, great to be with you. I hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me this morning. Let's get the show kicked off like we do every week with a viewer morning shaving tip. Well, this morning's shaving tip comes from viewer Roderick McLeod, and Roderick is offering another method of taking a shave soap puck. Where's my shave soap puck? Right here. I've got one from Moondance here that came courtesy of Aaron Watson, of taking a shave soap puck and fitting it into a mug. And last week's shaving tip, Charles Price shared with us a method by which you would melt the puck so that it fits into a mug. Well, here's what Roderick is offering us this morning. Another way of getting harder soap into a mug or deodorant stick style dispenser is to grate the soap with a coarse cheese grater, lightly spritz with water, and toss to mix. You can then pack it into whatever shape and size container you want. Add small amounts at a time and tamp each addition down. That is absolutely brilliant. I never thought of that one either, of taking a really, really hard puck, and this is Moondance right here. It's a really hard puck here, and just grating it and then adding a little water, and you can kind of shape it and fit it into whatever kind of mug or bowl that you have. That's an absolutely fantastic, fantastic method for taking a puck, a shaving soap puck, a hard shaving soap puck, and fitting it into the mug or bowl of your choice. So Roderick, thanks very, very much for that. Really do appreciate it. Now, Roderick informed us that he already has a George sketch, so he's enjoying that very, very much. But if you out there would like an original signed George sketch, all you have to do is send me a shaving tip. Send that shaving tip to mondaymailbag@gmail.com, mondaymailbag@gmail.com. And if I use that shaving tip here on the Viewer Morning Shaving Tip segment of the Monday Morning Mailbag, you too will receive an original signed George sketch. So Roderick, thanks again for a terrific shaving tip. Really do appreciate it. Okay, it's time for a shave den visit.
Grab your favorite shave soap, whip it up, rich and creamy, fill your cup. Boom, lather. Hot towel ready, face feels prime. A classic shave, so smooth, so fine. 30 degrees, a light touch. Let the razor do the work, no need to rush. Shave like a pro, close and neat. A shave so smooth it can't be beat. Slap on your favorite splash, feel that glow. Shave complete, now you're ready to go. Oh, boom, shave complete, you're ready to go.
Well, this morning's Shave Den visit is a continuation of Abene Samant's European travels with his wife. They were celebrating their 25th wedding anniversary. A very happy anniversary again, Abene, to you and your wife. And last week, he told us about being in the Grand Bazaar in Istanbul, where he picked up some Turkish aftershave and cologne. And he wrote here, actually, I picked up some other shaving products when I was traveling in Greece and Spain as well, but perhaps we can save that for another day. Well, it's another day, and he sent this along. And he writes, well, it says here, Barcelona Shaving Adventures. That's the subject of the email. And he writes, Dear Mark, another great episode of Monday Morning Mailbag. Since you kindly asked, I thought I would elaborate on my recent shaving purchase adventures. The Turkish Grand Bazaar had a wonderful variety for wet shavers, but we were in Istanbul for only a day, and I had promised my wife we would buy her gold earrings to mark our anniversary. The priorities of a married man and the sacrifices we make. Fortunately, in Barcelona, we had more time to linger and explore. I thought of all the listeners the moment I stepped into Ganaveteria Roca. That's spelled capital G-A-N-I-V-E-R-T-E-R-I-A, and the second word is capital R-O-C-A. And I believe it's Ganaveteria Roca, if I'm remembering my high school Spanish correctly. I stepped into Ganaveteria Roca, a family-run gem in the heart of the city. Founded in 1916, The shop has quietly kept Barcelona's cutlery and shaving traditions alive. Their label, Solingen Paris Barcelona, evoked the old European blacksmithing routes and felt like the perfect place to mark a small ritual from our anniversary trip. I couldn't resist picking up 2 Myersol aftershaves locally made in Barcelona. Now that's spelled capital Myrsol, and I believe it's pronounced Myersol. I couldn't resist picking up 2 Myersol aftershaves locally made in Barcelona. Don Carlos 1972 Fragancia Original and Agua Balsamica. The 1972 blend, my birth year, had a nostalgic pull, while my wife was drawn to the fresher notes of the Balsamica. Both smell like history bottled with care. Personal, local, and enduring. The young women at the counter shared a story you'd appreciate. During the pandemic, Myersol briefly switched to plastic bottles, and the backlash from loyalists was so swift they returned to the original glass bottles. That story alone says something about the brand's legacy and the kind of tactile reverence it inspires. I love picking up locally made shaving software and hardware when I travel. It's my go-to souvenir. Sometimes I'm limited by luggage and timing, but it's always worth the hunt. Warmly, Abene. Abene, thanks again for sharing some great acquisitions that you brought home to your shave den. Those aftershaves sound absolutely amazing, and my apologies if I mispronounced any of the Spanish names and brand names and terms and that sort of thing, but it sounds absolutely fantastic. And picking them up on the road, so to speak, in Barcelona. Yeah, what a great memory of your 25th anniversary trip with your wife. And you'll have it in your shave den, and a great memory of, hey, remember when we picked this up on our 25th anniversary, that sort of thing. Absolutely fantastic. That is great. Some other great additions to your shave den from your European trip with your wife celebrating your 25th anniversary. And again, happy anniversary to you and your wife. And I like that little tip about picking up a piece of wet shaving software or hardware as a souvenir during your travels. That's something I'm going to start doing. That's absolutely fantastic. Abene, thanks again for sharing this with all the viewers out there. Really do appreciate it. Well, here's your reminder to check out shavesplash.com. This is a website that was created by viewer Lee Meyer. If you happen to have a shave soap, but you don't have an aftershave splash for it, well, shavesplash.com is a scent matching website. So you'll be able to find a complimentary aftershave scent that will go with that shaving soap. Really, really terrific. And they also have some great articles and features up there. So check it out. We'll have the link below, shavesplash.com, from viewer Lee Meyer. Well, the channel now has auto dub technology courtesy of Google and YouTube. And as the name suggests, it will automatically translate this audio from English into Italian, German, Portuguese, Spanish, or French. Pretty amazing. Simply click on the gear in the lower right of the video screen. A menu will pop up, and there you can select the language that you wish to hear the audio in: Italian, German, Portuguese, Spanish, or French. It translates it from English to any of those languages in real time, on the fly. Pretty amazing. Auto dub. Check it out. Well, here's your weekly reminder that the Monday Morning Mailbag is also available as a podcast. Simply get up to your favorite streaming service and search for Monday Morning Mailbag and more, Monday Morning Mailbag and more, and the Monday Morning Mailbag podcast, as well as our other podcast, Second Cup, will come right up. Both of those podcasts are available on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, YouTube, and now iHeartRadio. Well, we have a giveaway update for you this morning. Dave Wilson, also known as RH Dave, was our winner of that beautiful Chris Beaudrab artisan-made CB Brushworx shave brush handle, the one that went forfeit, and we drew a new winner, and RH Dave was the new winner. And Dave writes, "Hi Mark, the beautiful CB Brushworx handle arrived today. Thanks again very, very much to you and Chris." Well, a big thank you to Chris Bodrab for sponsoring the giveaway. Again, he sent us 4 of these beautiful CB Brushworx shave brush handles to give away. And it was just a fantastic, fantastic giveaway. Again, my thanks to Chris Bodrab for sponsoring it. Let's see, Dave continues here. "It has an awesome look, even better in person than on camera, and feels just great in my hand. In a separate delivery, the knot I'm going to install also arrived today. It's a Maggard black and white synthetic and looks very much like the one you showed on camera. I like the look of that so much I wanted to emulate it. I'll send photos of both along later tonight. I'll also send a follow-up email with the completed brush after I set it, and maybe even a shot of my first bowl of lather. Those will likely come toward the middle of next week. Cheerio, and thanks again, Dave." Dave, that's absolutely great to hear. Looking forward to receiving all those photos and your report on how the brush and knot work. Really do appreciate that. Folks, when we receive all that information, we'll be sure to share it with you on an upcoming Monday morning mailbag. So Dave, thanks again very, very much. And thanks for letting us know that the brush handle made it to your doorstep safely and in good shape. We also heard from Ruben Lozano Jr. Now, Ruben didn't get in touch with us in time in order to claim that shave brush handle. There was miscommunication and I felt terrible about it. So we sent him a consolation prize, and Ruben very kindly sent along this photo and report that he received it in good shape. And he wrote, "I picked up the package today and just opened it. Thank you so much. They all smell amazing. Cannot wait to try the Denton Magic and 11 soap samples, along with the Tiger Blades especially. Really appreciate the package, and thank you again for sending me this." Ruben, my pleasure. I'm just so sorry we didn't connect the first time around for that shave brush handle. But, again, I'm glad that you got the consolation prize in good shape. And let us know how you like the samples, and let us know how the blades work for you. And we'll share those reports with all the viewers on the Monday Morning Mailbag. So RH Dave, Dave Wilson, and Ruben Lozano Jr., gentlemen, thanks very much for the reports. Really do appreciate it. Well, this is your reminder that you have until tomorrow to enter the David Lair sponsored giveaway. And we're giving away this beautiful, beautiful artisan-made shaving brush by David Lair and his little shave brush artisan company known as Indy Brushworx. There is an Etsy storefront. We'll link that below so you can check out all of his beautiful artisan-made shaving brushes. Check out the coin in the bottom right here, Indy Brushworx, right there, Indy Brushworx. Isn't that beautiful? Absolutely beautiful. 3 different kinds of wood make up this beautiful, beautiful shaving brush, and also a beautiful synthetic knot right here. It's just absolutely gorgeous. Again, this giveaway sponsored by David Lair. We announced it in last week's Monday Morning Mailbag, the October 20th, 2025 Monday Morning Mailbag. So how do you enter? Because the deadline's tomorrow. We're selecting a winner tomorrow sometime. Could be in the afternoon, late afternoon, early evening, late evening, depending on my schedule. So make sure you enter as soon as possible. So again, how do you enter? Go back to last week's Monday Morning Mailbag, the October 20th, 2025 Monday Morning Mailbag. That's where you enter. All you have to do is subscribe to the channel, leave a comment below that video, have a postal address that delivery services can get to. This is open to everyone around the world. And the deadline, again, is tomorrow, October 28th, 2025. So that's all there is to it. But again, make sure you leave a comment below last week's Monday Morning Mailbag, the October 20th, 2025 Monday Morning Mailbag. If you leave a comment below this one, you won't be entered. You got to go back to the October 20th, 2025 Monday Morning Mailbag. Leave a comment there. Subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment in last week's Monday Morning Mailbag. have a delivery address that delivery services can get to, open to everyone around the world, and an absolutely beautiful, beautiful shaving brush. The deadline is tomorrow, October 28th, 2025, sometime, depending on my schedule. My thanks to David Lair for very kindly and generously sponsoring this giveaway. An absolutely beautiful, beautiful shaving brush. We're selecting a winner tomorrow. Enter as soon as you can. Stay tuned. Good luck to everyone. And David Lair, thank you again very, very much. Well, what do you know? Coffee's getting low. That time of the show. Let's go back for a refill. Well, I hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me this morning. I hope you went back for a refill. I sure did. Hang on, let me get another sip here. Yeah, that is really, really good. Once again, from Black Rifle Coffee Company, Blackbeard's Delight. And we're using Blackbeard's Delight because Halloween's right around the corner. Right there, that's why we got the Halloween mug. And we're expecting some of the trick-or-treaters to be dressed up as pirates. Pirates and princesses and ghosts and what else? Wizards and witches, that sort of thing. You know, the standby kind of costume, the costume that never goes out of style. Every Halloween, you'll see those kinds of costumes. Even though there are other characters and costumes that are really, really popular with the kids. I know last year, there were a lot of kids that came dressed up as their favorite video game character. And I would ask them, well, what are you supposed to be? And they would name this video game character. I had no clue. And the mother would say, well, that's a video game that they play. And that's one of the characters in the video game. You know, I guess, you know, costumes based on movies, comic books, comic strips, animated television shows, you know, that kind of thing. That's kind of fallen by the wayside, I guess. Now it's video game characters. So I'm going to have to get up to speed on video game characters. But yeah, we saw a lot of that. But we also saw the pirates and the angels and the princesses and the witches and, you know, the wizards and that sort of thing. Hang on, let me get one more sip. I said that kind of fast again. Let me get one more sip. Yeah. Great to be with you this morning. Ooh, great to be with you this morning. Yeah, almost went down the wrong pipe there. And again, you can see I've got my hoodie on here from Costco. This is the green one because it's getting cool. I mean, we've had some wet weather and temperatures from anywhere from 45 to 55 degrees during the day. And hopefully it'll warm up by this Friday when all the trick-or-treaters are going around. At least that's the hope. Sometimes we get a really, really cold Halloween. And other times we get a really, really nice warm evening. So it's usually a flip of the coin. Now, I don't even know if I'm going to be going. I don't even know if I'm going to be passing out candy this Halloween because I've got this little pickup truck, a Ford Ranger. It's about 22 years old. It was a godsend because my Hyundai Sonata, the back end, as you recall, dropped out. Didn't make it to the Demolition Derby this week, maybe this year, maybe next year. And I got this little Ford Ranger pickup truck, and it needs tires. So I'm getting tires via Costco, and I've already made an appointment to have my tires installed, and the earliest I can get in is after work on Friday, which is right around the time that all the trick-or-treaters will be going around the neighborhood. So I'll probably have to hand off my candy to the neighbors to hand out on my behalf. But, or then again, maybe I'll make it in time. Maybe I'll be able to make an earlier appointment. Maybe someone will cancel. I'll be able to get in there on a Wednesday or a Thursday, something like that. But gotta have those tires because you could have Halloween, 70 degrees, and within a day it'll be 32 degrees and snowing. And you gotta have good tires when you live in Northeast Ohio. So got a set of tires from Costco. They'll be installed on Halloween. I might miss out passing out all that candy. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Hang on, one more sip. And again, that's terrific. Yeah, Blackbird's Delight. A big thank you to my nephew Allison. No, my nephew Jason. A big thank you to my nephew Jason, his wife Allison, and the boys for that. That's really, really terrific. And is it healthy? I don't know. Is it healthy? It's a dark roast. Is it healthy? Well, if you want to know if the coffee you're drinking is healthy, check out the Black Coffee Life website by Mantic59, where he talks about all things healthy when it comes to drinking black coffee, all the health benefits of drinking black coffee. And don't forget the Lockhorns. Someday we'll look back on this and quickly change the subject. Hardcover book with a great collection of Lockhorns comic panels, and also the Lockhorns 2026 Laugh a Day calendar. Kick your new year off right with a chuckle and a smile, featuring the Lockhorns comic panel in calendar form. That looks absolutely great. Of course, the Lockhorns by my friends Bunny Host and John Reiner. Okay, a little bit of housekeeping done. Let's get to some of these refill comments here. Ken Frederick writes, "That's a serious coffee mug, Mark. Great show. Take care." Oh, that's the Fiesta pedestal latte coffee mug that I used last week. Finally showed it on camera. Yeah, 16 ounces is what it holds. Very, very serious coffee mug. Yeah, this one's not too bad either. The Halloween mug right here. Happy Halloween. This looks like it holds a good amount of coffee too. And we also have the trick or treat version right here. Trick, treat right there. Of course, it's dark on the inside. It's not nice and orange like the other one, which is why I like to use this one. I like that orange interior. But that's the one that says trick, treat right there like that. Yeah, those are terrific. Those are terrific. Couple of bucks at the local Goodwill store. Ken, thanks very much for that. This comes from Conga Monty. I want to thank you for your catchphrase, light touch, 30 degrees, let the razor do all the work, gentlemen. Since I've been repeating that to myself during my shaves, my technique has greatly improved. BBS this morning. Yeah, baby. Conga Monty, that is great to hear. Thank you so much. Yeah, that's something that has helped me on my own wet shaving journey, believe it or not. I mean, it's based on everything that other wet shavers in the wet shaving community were saying. They said, use a 30 degree, use a 30 degree angle, make sure to use a light touch, let the razor do all the work, that sort of thing. So I just combined them into 30 degrees, a light touch, let the razor do all the work, gentlemen. So yeah, that's great to hear that it's working for you. Thanks very, very much for that. And share with us a little more of what's going on with your wet shaving journey. Just email me at mondaymailbag@gmail.com or leave a comment below. Future Monday Morning Mailbag videos would really be interested in sharing your wet shaving journey with all the viewers out there. So Conga Monty, thanks again very, very much. Paul Desjardins writes, wow, another giveaway. What a great channel. What great and generous members and 12,000 subscribers. Congratulations, Mark. Paul, thank you very, very much. But yeah, really, really generous viewers and wet shavers out there. And again, a big, big thank you to David Lair for sponsoring the current giveaway. David, thank you very, very much. Again, make sure to enter by tomorrow. Boy, this is a beautiful, beautiful shaving brush. 3 different kinds of wood in there. Yeah, absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous. Paul, thanks very much for that. And 12,000 subscribers. Yeah, we are going to do a 12,000 subscriber giveaway very soon. Putting it together and just trying to make sure that we get everything settled with the current giveaway. Want to make sure that we pay attention to that first. Make sure that the viewer, whoever that is, when they win, that we get it shipped to them and that sort of thing. And then we'll get the 12,000 subscriber giveaway. We'll get it recorded and put together and everything. Going through a lot of great, great stuff that viewers have sent into the channel for this occasion. So stay tuned. So Paul, thanks again very, very much. This comes from Stephen DeSanta. Been watching for years, Mark. Always love seeing your shave videos and Monday morning mailbags. Stephen, thank you very, very much. Really do appreciate that comment. Thank you very, very much for subscribing to the channel and checking out the Monday morning mailbag and all the shaving videos. And thank you especially for taking the time to leave a comment. Really, really do appreciate that. This comes from Kyle Corriveau. I believe that's how it's pronounced. Kyle Corrivo, 3222. Love the show as always. What a beautiful brush. You make Mondays a day to look forward to. Thank you very much, Kyle. This shaving brush is absolutely beautiful. Again, a big thank you to David Lair, and thank you so much for the kind words. The Monday Morning Mailbag is due to all the wonderful support, contributions, and generosity of all the viewers out there. They make this show and channel possible. I say it all the time because it's true. Without you, this microphone would be silent. Thank you all very, very much for making this possible. And thank you for 12,000 subscribers. You also made that possible. Thank you very, very much. And Kyle, thank you very much for the kind words. I'll pass your thanks along to all the viewers out there. This comes from Here's Your Straw. That's a great screen name. Here's Your Straw. Thank you for all the wonderful giveaways. That is a beautiful looking brush. Well, again, a big thank you to David Lair for sponsoring this giveaway. Really do appreciate it, David. I'm going to put it right over here because we might get a few more comments about it, and that way it's within easy reach. This comes from Gerald Valletta, 5266, and he writes, another great Monday morning show, Mark. Thanks so much for all the information that you gave us all. God bless you and have a great week. And that came from Jerry Avaletta, Wolcott, Connecticut. Jerry, thank you very, very much for the kind words. I will pass your thanks on to all the viewers out there. Again, they make this show and channel possible. So again, thank you to all the viewers out there. I really, really do appreciate it. Sincere, heartfelt appreciation. Absolutely. Jerry, thanks very much for the kind words. Really do appreciate it. This comes from, Bald Grimbarian Shaver. Bald Grimbarian Shaver. That's another great screen name. I hope I pronounced that right. Bald Grimbarian Shaver. And Bald Grimbarian Shaver writes, wow, another kind gesture. This community is the best I've ever been a part of. So many kind people and another great video, Mark. Bald Grimbarian Shaver, I agree with you 100%. Absolutely the best community on YouTube, no doubt about it. If you can, get to a wet shaving meetup. If you think the people are really, really nice online in their comments and how they contribute to the channel and the show, wait until you meet them in person. They really are wonderful, wonderful people. So make sure to get to a wet shave meetup, whether it be the Maggard meetup, the Ohio Wet Shavers meetup, or a meetup in your neck of the woods, wherever that may be. So thanks very much for the comment. Bald Grimbarian Shaver. Really do appreciate that. This comes from Philip Baker, 2302. Great show. Thanks, Mark. Finally got my new brush. Don't know who makes it. It doesn't say, but I ordered it off the Walmart app. Well, you know what, Philip? Take a picture of it, send it into the show. We'll show it to everyone here. Maybe someone out there can identify the brand or let us know if it's close to another brand, that sort of thing. And let us know how it works for you. Is it synthetic? Is it Badger? Is it board? I'm very, very curious now. Thanks very much for the comment. And please send along a report to mondaymailbag@gmail.com. I'm sure everyone would really be interested in knowing what shaving brush you have in your shave den now. Thanks very, very much. 10 Fluid Ounces, 30 Minutes writes, tell Scott Martin that if he finds and watches enough wet shave videos, he will find some in which the presenter does show rubbing a soap, however it is dimensionally shaped, onto his face to prepare a lather. It can be a bar or it can be a puck, just so that it's in a form that can be held in your hand. Try looking at some of the videos of CD in VT. Again, that's CD in VT, more simply CDINVT. He often rubs a soap onto his skin as part of preparing a lather. That's a really, really great point because we talked about using shave sticks last week. And I went through a number of shave sticks that I use, but you're absolutely correct. You can use a puck just like this one from Moondance right here. Thanks again to Aaron Watson for sending these along to the channel. Yeah, you can wet this and just rub this around your face, hold it in your hand like this. We got a couple of bar shave soaps. This one is Granado. We reviewed this some time ago, and again, it's in the shape of a bar. You can wet this a little bit, wet your face, and rub this all over. This produced a nice lather, but I think the lather was more thin and slick rather than a full Santa beard. I'm going to have to look at the review again, refresh my memory. This one we liked a lot. Magano. This is out of Portugal. This was terrific. We like this one a lot. And this has a clean, fresh barbershop-like scent. Yeah, and this is another one where, again, you can wet your face, rub this on the face, get your brush, start doing a face lather. Or if you want to, you could actually take the brush itself and just, wet the bar and just, get your damp brush and just rub it right into the puck like that. And then, face lather, load the brush like that. You can also do that. A lot of different ways you can use bar soaps, puck soaps. That's very, very true. You could take these, maybe if they're meltable, you can melt them down, or use the tip that Roderick mentioned this morning. Use a cheese grater to grate them down, add a little water, and you can mold it into just about any apothecary mug or bowl. Yeah, so yeah, you're absolutely correct. And of course, we've been doing that with the Cube right here. The Cube 2.0. We wet the face, we rub this on, it's a cube. And we do a face lather with our hands, and then we build a lather with another Phoenix Shaving shave soap in a bowl and just paint that on over top. Yeah, absolutely correct. 10 fluid ounces, 30 minutes. Thanks very much for that. Really do appreciate that. This comes from Andrew Hill, 1965. Good morning. I'm watching while enjoying a cup of 8 o'clock dark espresso roast coffee. As always, the whole show was great. Always a ton of new information. Have a great week. Andrew, thanks again very, very much for the kind words. And all that new information comes courtesy of all the great viewers and fellow wet shavers out there. Folks, thank you very, very much. This comes from Beth Jones, and she writes, good Monday morning, Mark. Thank you for another great 3MB. Shout out to David for providing the beautiful brush for the next giveaway. Noticed this morning that you now have 12,000 subscribers. Congratulations. Have a great rest of the week. Beth, thank you very, very much for the kind words regarding 12,000 subscribers. I really do appreciate that. And again, a big thank you to David Lair. Tomorrow's the deadline, folks, so enter ASAP. This is an absolutely beautiful, beautiful shaving brush. Beth, thank you very, very much. This comes from Nixternal, another really neat screen name, Nixternal. Good Monday morning, Mark and everyone. Thanks, David, for sponsoring the giveaway with that gorgeous brush. Trying to hide from work right now. Looks like you stole away from work to leave a comment. Wow. Thank you very much. I'm very flattered by that. And I guess maybe are you kind of stealing a little bits of the show during work? Maybe kind of going off someplace, getting your phone or your tablet and watching a little bit and then going back to the desk or something like that. That's what it sounds like. Thanks very much. I'm very flattered by that. Thanks very much for that, Nixternal. Really do appreciate that. James Sefton checked in. Another great 3MB as always. The channel keeps growing. The rocket brush is so cool. I'm going to have to get one for the den. Yeah, this was the beautiful, beautiful Moon Striker. Where's the box? Here it is right here. The Moon Striker shaving brush by Phoenix Shaving. We have a review all set to go. It's the Halloween review where we use the Moon Striker. Right now it's scheduled for Halloween Day. That could change depending on some other things developing. We'll see. But right now it's scheduled for Halloween. So it might run a day or two earlier. Not entirely sure yet. But definitely this week, a review of the Moon Striker. It's going to be our Halloween shave, so stay tuned for that. An absolutely fantastic, fantastic shaving brush. And again, it's got this Snickle Synth, 24 millimeter Snickle Synth knot. that gives you soft tips and great backbone. So yeah, it really is terrific. And you know what? It's a 24 millimeter knot. And when you use it, you know what? You would swear that it's like a 26 millimeter knot. It's that good. It really feels great. And the handle, yeah, it looks like a rocket. It's got these fins on it. And it just feels so great in the hand when you're doing a bowl lather or doing a face lather. It is terrific. And I've done both with this. Really, really wonderful, wonderful performance from the Moon Striker, again, from Phoenix Shaving. Check it out. We're going to have a link below so you can get your very own. Really, really terrific, terrific shaving brush. James, thanks very, very much. Let us know if you get one. Let us know how you like it. Viewer Scott Martin writes, wow, Mark, you have an arsenal of shave sticks. I love it. Since I have Spike and Palmolive in tubes, I think I'll start with Derby. I'm a Derby razor fan and had no clue they made a soap. That will be fun, and I'll report back. Cheers, Scott. Yes, Scott, you can find the Derby shave sticks on eBay. I think they come in at a pretty good price point. I think I saw somewhere else where someone may have mentioned that they might be discontinued. I'm not entirely sure about that, but if they come in at a really, really nice price point, yeah, grab some of those. We really liked them. I bought like maybe 3 or 4, and I've gone through like 3 or 4 of them. I might even have one in a DOP kit in one of my overnight bags. I'll have to look and see, but I've got one that's unopened, so I'm going to have to crack that open or find some of the others that are already open and use those. So let us know how you get on with the Derby shave stick and some of the others. The Spike, again, another great shave stick, and Palmolive. I don't know if you're going to be able to find the Palmolive shave stick, but Palmolive in tubes. In a shaving tube is really, really great. Really, really check that out. Stay tuned for questions and comments because Colonel Mully has something to share regarding Palmolive shaving cream in a tube. Stay tuned for that. And that wraps up this week's refill segment. My thanks to everyone who contributed. Really do appreciate it. We'll do it again next week. Okay, let's check out some new wet shaving gear. Viewer Andrew Hill writes, good morning, Mark. First off, great Monday morning mailbag this week as always. I've been doing a head shave for a couple of months now, and I love it. I picked up on Amazon an electric head shaver. I've never used an electric head shaver before, but I wanted to try this. It's a wonderful shaver. It can be used wet or dry. Now, on my days off when I still have extra time, I do still enjoy a nice wet shave with a DE razor for my head. But I'm very happy with this razor. It gives my head a smooth shave, and the battery lasts for hours before you need to recharge. I purchased it during Prime Days and only paid $13. Now, the normal price is $22 and some change. Still not an expensive razor. For the price especially, I highly recommend this razor for anyone doing head shaves who might want to try an electric razor but not want to spend an arm and a leg. Thank you for all the work you do on your podcast and have a great week. Andrew Hill. Andrew, thanks very, very much for sending along the photo of that particular head shaver. $13. Wow, you got a great deal because I'm looking for that specific brand of head shaver on Amazon. I don't see it right now. It might be sold out because of Prime Days, but I do show other manufacturers who have a similar head shaver to that. And the prices are $27, $29, $33, $35, right in that range. So you got a great price at $13. Wow, bravo, congratulations. And yes, I like to use an electric head shaver when I'm in a hurry or when I hurt myself. I injure the top of my head. Now, coincidentally, I did that just the other day. Let me show you. Hang on. Let me bend over here. I hope you saw that. I'm going to have to see if it came through, if I bent down enough there when I edit this together. If not, I'll take a photograph of it. But yeah, I was, with that Ford Ranger I have, it has a half door in the back behind the driver's side door and the passenger door. So when you open up the driver's side door, there's a little half door that swings open so you can put things behind the seat. And there's a bracket on top of the door frame there. It's kind of a rounded bracket that kind of locks that little half door in place. And I was putting some things behind the seat, and I didn't bend over enough, and I caught my head on it. Oh my gosh, I get so mad when I do that. It hurt like heck. I saw stars, but luckily it wasn't really, really bad. It wasn't a bad enough scrape to where it started to bleed, that sort of thing. But you can see it's red enough that I'm going to have to avoid using a DE razor. So your particular electric razor for head shaves looks really, really terrific. It looks like it's nice and compact. It has 6 floating heads, and it looks like something that will be great for the shave den and also for travel. Now, here's one that I use here, the Sajoy Strong Shaver 5-in-1 grooming kit. We like this one a lot. And the folks at Sajoy sent this one along. It has 3 different speeds, like that. And it really is a terrific, terrific head shaver, rechargeable. But the one thing I really, really like about it is the razor head right here is magnetic. It comes right off like that. These little magnets hold it in place, and it's wet and dry, so you can just rinse this out underneath the faucet and then just reattach it with those magnets just like that. Isn't that great? Here, I'll let you give a listen to it on the audio-only podcast. I'm going to pull it apart like that, and then we're going to put it back together, and it's magnetic like that. See, it just goes back together like that, and of course, there's the cover right there. So a lot of great electric head shavers on Amazon. If you'd like to get one, a new tool in a tool belt, especially if you, like me, end up hitting your head every once in a while and you want to refrain from using a DE razor or a cartridge razor or any other kind of blade up there so that you can let that wound heal. And I'm going to have to let that heal a little bit. I'm going to try to find the one that you have. If you have a link to it, Andrew, please email it to me at mondaymailbag@gmail.com. I'd like to buy that specific one that you have. There are others that are very, very similar under other brand names, and I might just have to suffice with one of those. But I really want to get another one and show it to the viewers on the channel. And like you say, 22, 25, 30 bucks, not a lot of money. And yeah, it looks like they're really, really well made. And it's always nice to have another tool in the tool belt, especially if you're like me and you end up banging your head there, that sort of thing. So Andrew, thanks again for a great review and sharing that new electric head shaver with everyone. Really do appreciate it. Viewer David Dart sent this along and he writes, Mark, good morning, sir. Well, I just had my first shave with my new Vikings blade Emperor Meiji twist-to-open adjustable razor. I use the Vikings blade mild blade. This razor is near perfect. The adjustment dial was very loose. On the lid of the box it came in, Vikings blade said if this happens to simply squeeze the razor head. This seemed to work just fine. So I'll have to see what happens in the future. That being said, the razor has a wonderful weight to it. It is a short handle, but I'm okay with that. I did my first pass on setting 9 and my second and third passes on setting 6. I got a BBS shave. Very smooth and efficient. I'm very happy with the results, and the brushed brass look with the dark finish makes the razor look amazing. And I use Tombox soap and splash, so it all made for a very enjoyable shave. Have a great day. Hey, David, thanks very much for sending in the review on the Vikings Blade Emperor Meiji adjustable razor, twist to open. We love this razor. This razor is terrific. And of course, it has an asymmetrical razor head. One side is a straight bar and the other side is somewhat scalloped or sculpted like that. So you get a little variance there, although you can use it just like a regular DE razor and just flip it around a little bit on the fly like that. Or if you want to, you can just use one side, the straight bar, and if you want to get a little closer, flip it around to the sculpted bar or vice versa. Yeah, it really works great. The adjustment dial, yeah, that is something that they talk about. You're right, on the lid of the box. They have it right here. Let me show you. I got my box right here. Right here, it says reset. Okay, reset right there. And they talk about how to reset that if the dial is loose or if the base of the carriage is uneven a little bit. And all you do is move it to max. And I've got mine moved to max right now. I'll show you. Make sure that's, move it to max right there. Okay, all the way up. And then all you do is squeeze like that. Squeeze that base plate up a little bit like that. Can you see that squeeze action there? And that resets everything. And that really doesn't happen to me that often. Maybe once in a blue moon, something like that. But love, love, love this razor. This harkens back to a Gillette Fat Boy. It has that kind of feel and look and weight to it. Really, it is terrific. I'm not entirely sure if it's patterned directly after a Fat Boy, but boy, it sure does share some of that DNA. It looks great. It feels great in the hand. And it's just a terrific adjustable razor and comes in at a really nice price point as well. So, David, absolutely agree with you. It's a wonderful, wonderful adjustable twist-to-open razor. So, folks, if you're looking for one, especially if you're looking for a Christmas gift for the wet shaver in your life, check out the Vikings Blade Emperor Meiji adjustable razor. It really is very, very good. David, thanks very much for the review. Really do appreciate it. Viewer Bob LaRoe checked in, and he sent along this review of Moondance shave soap. Now, we've been talking about this. A big thank you goes out to Aaron Watson for very, very kindly sending along Moondance shave soap pucks to the channel. We've already had a shave and a review with Moondance sandalwood right here. And I also went one step further from that first review and used Charles Price's method of melting it into this bowl here so it fits completely, firmly and snugly in the bowl. And that helped a great deal on subsequent shaves. But here's what Bob wrote. Moondance soap review. It is rare to find a shave soap with pine scent, and this soap gets an A for scent. He loves the pine scent, and in particular Moondance shave soap puck that he purchased. Really outstanding. As for performance, it gets a D. I've used many of the most popular shave soaps, and for this, I tried a bowl lather with a synthetic brush and a face lather with a badger brush. I could not get a decent lather, and what I got quickly dried out on my face. I found myself rushing through my shave routine. This is unacceptable, and I will not be using the rest. I wanted to like this. Bob, thank you very much for that really, really honest review regarding a Moondance shave soap in a puck form right here. This is the puck form right here. This is the, we've got the sweet citrus here. We also reviewed the sandalwood. And, you know, it's not a big, creamy Santa beard kind of lather with the Moondance shave soaps. You don't get that. I also experienced a little bit of breakdown, but I didn't have anything dry up on my face. What I got was a really, really slick lather. The lather built up to almost a Santa beard kind of look. Even then, that was a little muted from the really nice full lathers you get with a Sterling or an Ariana Evans or a Phoenix shaving. So it's a little bit below that. And then as I was loading my razor blade, there was some breakdown there, but that breakdown, for lack of a better word, it tends to thin out a little bit. It still stayed nice and moist on my face, and the slickness just went right through the roof. So much so, I recommended it to straight razor shavers because they like lathers, from what I understand, that are on the thinner side. So this Moondance shave soap does have a thinner, slick kind of lather. Now, I don't understand why you got a dry down on the lather, why it dried out on your face. I don't understand it at all. Maybe it's your water source. I'm not entirely sure. I don't have a water softener here in Chardon, Ohio, but the city water seems to be pretty good. And what comes into the house always seems to give me a good lather. But I agree with you that the scents are great. Yes, the scents are great. And I'm sure the pine scent is wonderful. But I got a thinner but highly slick lather from it. Now, the other thing that I did do, and I talked about this, I think, on a previous Monday Morning Mailbag, I melted the puck into this bowl here. When I first did the review, I just dropped the puck in, and it was undersized. And you can kind of see that here with the, let me show you with the sweet citrus here. You can kind of see that this is undersized like that. You can see that how it's undersized like that? Okay? It's undersized, which meant that as I was building the lather was building up between the puck and the wall of the bowl. So melting it in there to fit completely really helped in subsequent shaves because that lather stayed on top of the puck, of the soap, so to speak, and onto the brush. I wasn't losing any of it between the puck and the sides of the bowl. That's kind of my point. So how did you use it? Do you use it just by dropping the puck in and having a lot of that lather just kind of build between the puck and the side of the bowl where you couldn't reach it? Because I had a shave with Santa Fe, cedarwood and patchouli. Thanks again to Bill and Connie Murphy for sending it along to the channel. And I made sure to melt the puck into this apothecary mug because it was oversized. I had to melt it. And I found that, my gosh, I could build a lot of lather and get a really nice, rich, creamy lather because all of it stayed on top of the soap. If you want to try another soap puck that'll give you more towards a Santa beard lather, try Santa Fe soap branches, shave soaps. Get cedarwood and patchouli, a wonderful scent. I got some wonderful lathers with it. Check out my review. That was my second shave with it, I believe, and man, was it good. I mean, it takes a couple of shaves to kind of adjust to a shave soap puck. You know what? Set it aside. The Moondance shave soap, set it aside. Come back to it. Make sure you have it melted into a bowl so that the lather stays on top. And then try to build a lather with it that way. And use a synthetic brush. I haven't used the boar brush yet, but use a synthetic brush. I am going to use a boar brush with this probably within the next few days. And I'll let you know how it performs. Maybe even after I record this. Finish up recording the Monday Morning Mailbag. And we'll see how it performs. But try a couple of those things. Try the Santa Fe soap branch, shave soap puck. Try melting the Moondance completely into the bowl, see if that works, and maybe load the brush a little longer and use a synthetic brush. Just a couple of suggestions there, but yeah, it's going to get thin, but I found when it gets thin, boy, the slickness really goes through the roof. I got a really close shave. So Bob, thanks again for the review. Really do appreciate it. Folks, if you have tried Moondance shave soaps, what was your experience? Closer to mine or closer to Bob's? Please comment below. Let us know. Bob, thanks again very much. And that wraps up this week's look at New Wet shaving gear. My thanks to everyone who contributed. Really do appreciate it. We'll do it again next week. Okay, let's check out some of these questions and comments. Hey, we got this email from viewer Colonel Mully all the way from Japan, and the subject heading reads, Boom, Lather. And Colonel Mully writes, Hi, Mark. I borrowed your phrase for my blog post last week. You got a mention, and I linked to your channel at the end. Hope it's okay, all in fun. Mully. Oh, absolutely. I'm very flattered and honored that you did that, Colonel Mully. Thank you very much. But folks, more importantly, when you go up to Colonel Mully's blog, This particular post is entitled Supermarket Shaving Creams. They're better than you think. Just a tube, a brush, and boom, lather, you're off to the races. And here he discusses how wonderful some shaving creams in tubes at affordable prices found in supermarkets, how great they can be. And one of them, of course, is Palmolive that we discussed earlier in the show. And here's what Colonel Mully has to say in part. I'll link it. I'll link this blog post so you can read it. You can read it in its entirety. But he writes here, when I started double edge razor shaving, my first cream wasn't from a tube. It was Taylor of Old Bond Street in a tub. I had tobacco leaf and sandalwood. I love that stuff. And when I saw Parasol sandalwood on Amazon, I had to try it. For a while, Parasol was all I knew. And I was so new to DE shaving, I didn't even realize that in Italy, it's a supermarket grade cream. Had I known that, I'm almost positive I wouldn't have bought it. That would have been a big mistake. The thing is, Parasol turned out to be great. The lather builds fast, thick and creamy with lots of cushion, and it's slicker than snot on a doorknob, so the blade just glides like it's late for happy hour. Just put a little into a bowl or straight into the brush for a face lather, and you're off to the races. Now here's where he talks about Palmolive. Then there's Palmolive. That one surprised me. It's got an Irish Spring or green Irish tweed kind of vibe to it. Obviously, it doesn't smell like green Irish tweed, but if you like that kind of scent, I'm sure you'd like this. Performance-wise, Palmolive hangs right in there with Parasol. Easy to lather, great glide, and the post-shave feel is better than a lot of artisan soaps I've used. So check out that blog post. He talks about some other shaving creams in tubes that are supermarket available that turn out to be really, really great shaving creams with great performance at not a lot of money. And Palmolive was recommended to Colonel Mully by Barry Bedford, a Texan Shaves. So check out that entire blog post. Really, really terrific blog post with a lot of great information regarding shave creams in a tube that are supermarket grade, I guess you could say, supermarket available, supermarket grade, that give terrific performance, and really, it won't burn a hole in your wallet. That's the whole point. Parasol, Palmolive, and Latoha. I happen to have Palmolive shave cream in a tube. I have Latoha shave stick, but I don't have Latoha shaving cream in a tube. I'm going to get some and try it out because love the scent, love the performance, and the shaving cream promises to be just as good. So Colonel Mully, thanks very, very much for the blog post. Thanks very much to the link back to the channel. I'm very flattered and honored that you use Boom Lather. Thanks very, very much. Really do appreciate it, folks. We'll have a link to Colonel Mully's blog post. Give it a look. Viewer Rod Sloan from Melbourne, Australia, he pronounces it Melbourne. He checked in and he writes, Melbourne, another great 3MB again, Mark. Enjoyed it with late Tuesday morning coffee. You're aware that we're a few hours in front. Mabolge. Well, I got it right here. He's talking about Mabolge. Mabolge. Just arrived down here and I couldn't agree more. It'll be the next shave. The scent, just like Sundown. Excellent. CK6, totally reliable and dependable. Take care and have a great week, Mark. Yeah, this scent is remarkable. Viewer Jimmy V mentioned in a previous Monday Morning Mailbag that when he works with models and actresses, because he's a professional photographer, they sometimes have agreements and disagreements about the various scents that he wears from his shave soaps and his aftershaves, that sort of thing. But everybody agrees. All the actresses and models agree. Mabolge is a fantastic scent. Everyone likes this one. And I got to tell you right now, this is marvelous. I have not yet done a review. This is fantastic. I am going to get a review done on it. I'm so excited to use it. It's available right now. It's back because I guess it went away for a while. Now it's back. And even Jimmy V said he's going to stock up because, once it's gone, they won't bring it back for a while, and he'll have plenty to hold him over until it's re-released again. So, like Sundown, this is a fantastic, fantastic scent. I don't mean that it's the same scent as Sundown. I'm saying that it's the same iconic scent. Sundown is wonderful. Mark Bagwell loved that. He recommended it highly. When we brought it into the Shave Den, it was absolutely wonderful. Mabolge is in the same ballpark. It's a wonderful scent. It becomes very iconic. Everyone's gonna love it. It really is terrific. And again, get it in your Shave Den before they run out, because it'll be a while before it comes back again, I guess, I'm assuming. Don't quote me, but it's available now. You might as well get it. And Rod Sloan, all the way down under in Melbourne, Australia, he made sure to get some, and it's in his Shave Den now. And he agrees with Jimmy V. Just an absolutely fantastic, fantastic scent. So make sure you get this from Phoenix Shaving. It really is wonderful. I'm going to get a review done on it, and we'll be using the Moon Striker shave brush for that review. It really is a terrific, terrific shave soap. The scent is wonderful. CK6, fantastic performance. I mean, what's not to like? Yeah, this is a great scent. Check it out. Rod, thanks very, very much for agreeing with Jimmy V and giving us another endorsement of Mabolge from Phoenix Shaving. Folks, we'll have a link below. This comes from viewer David Lair, screen name Indy Shaver. And David writes, great 3MB as always. Congratulations to the Chris brush handle giveaway winner. Chris makes some amazing handles and bowls. Plus, he's a fellow Hoosier. Good luck to everyone on my brush giveaway. I hope they enjoy it. I'll be uploading some new handles soon to my Etsy store. I've just been a bit busy of late. My daughter got married over the weekend, so hopefully I'll have some time now to update the store. Hey, David, congratulations to your daughter on her wedding. We also congratulated Abene Samant and his wife on their 25th wedding anniversary. So how about that? An anniversary and also a newlywed on today's Monday Morning Mailbag. Again, congratulations to your daughter on her wedding day. And we will link to David's Etsy store where you can check out all of his great shaving brushes. I also happen to see, at the time I'm recording this, a magnolia shaving bowl. It's made from part of a magnolia tree. Wow, check that out. All the items up there look absolutely fantastic. And as he writes here, he'll be uploading some new things. And here is this beautiful shaving brush that David very, very kindly sent to the channel. He's sponsoring this giveaway. Deadline tomorrow. Enter as soon as possible. This really is a beautiful, beautiful shaving brush. We're going to be talking more about David Lair's shaving brushes in an upcoming Monday Morning Mailbag, so stay tuned for that. And we'll link his Etsy store below, where you can check out, again, all of his wonderful, wonderful artisan shaving brushes and other items that he has up there. Again, a big, big thank you to David Lair for sponsoring this giveaway. Folks, deadline tomorrow. Make sure to enter. Good luck to everyone. And David, thanks again very, very much. And that wraps up another Monday Morning Mailbag. Thanks so much for tuning in again. I really do appreciate it. Please share, please subscribe, please like. Hit that bell so it'll give you a yell the next time I upload a video. Comment below, let me know. Check out all the wonderful artisan soap makers and sellers that you see displayed on the bottom of the screen right now. They make and offer some wonderful artisan shave soap. They also offer some wonderful wet shaving gear to enhance your traditional wet shave. The next time you're online, please take a moment, pay them a visit. I sure would appreciate it. Thank you very much. Also, check out my Amazon product page at amazon.com/shop/Mark Zarady, where you'll find all the Amazon listed products that I review in this channel, organized and categorized so you can find everything in a snap very easily. I'll leave you with this laugh. Hey, we have another double take cartoon puzzle this week. try to find the differences between the two cartoon panels. If you need more time, just pause the video, or try to find all the differences before time runs out. Thanks very much for tuning in again. I really do appreciate it. Happy Halloween, everyone, and make it a great week.